Hi, I'm Linda Redhead, board member for Special Projects, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about CEs and try to answer some of your questions. So, question number one, what is a CE? Well, it's an acronym which stands for Continuing Education, and Continuing Education is what any activity professional needs or any other professional related discipline. It's what they need to initially obtain NCCAP certification or to maintain their certifications. For instance, if you're looking to get certified and you've never been certified before, you're going to need to get together all of your continuing education that you've completed within the last 5 years. And if you're looking to renew your certification, then you need to look back at the last 2 years of continuing education that you've completed. Of course, you can use any college or university coursework as long as you're not using those same college credits towards your degree, and as long as it covers any of the topics under the NCCAP body of knowledge, which you can find on the website. So what are the conditions to meeting continuing education standards? Well, they have to be at least 60 minutes long, and 1 CE is equal to 1 clock hour. It has to be taken in a group or classroom setting with a teacher, a speaker, someone who's leading the group. Could be a home study course or something online, and it can be NCCAP approved. What are the types of CEs out there? You'd be surprised. There are so many options out there. There are healthcare related courses like CPR or CNA classes, which you can claim up to 20% of your total Cs required for your certification. And you can claim up to 20% of the total Cs you need with mandatory workplace in-services, which must be at least 30 minutes long. And another type of CE, which you can claim up to 30% of your total, would be online learning that your workplace subscribes to, like Relias or Care to Learn, or any internet streaming video with a teleconferencing company. That's also acceptable. But these types of online venues must have an NCCAP approval number. So now I understand there are so many online options out there. It's a good thing to know that if you take any non-traditional online course, you can claim only 30% of your total CEs. But the great part is that you can claim up to 100% of the hours required if the course or courses are all NCCAP approved. And with NCCAP approval, you can even claim a facility tour, but only if it's part of a state or national activity convention. And really, there's so many more ways to get your CEs: activity-related adult education, workshops, seminars, educational sessions at a professional venue. The list goes on. And believe it or not, there are some low-cost or no-cost options out there. And what's better than free? It's a great way to earn your CEs. So here's an option. Write an article. If it pertains to the profession, it's been published in a state or national professional publication or online venue, then you can count 1 CE. That's 1 clock hour of continuing education for each article, which should be a minimum of 400 to 600 words each. And all you have to do is include a copy of the published article with a note on how many words when you submit your certification application. You can claim up to 20% of the total CEs required. Here's another option. Why don't you present? There are a lot of talented people out there who should share their knowledge so that the rest of us can benefit. Give a lecture, present a workshop or an in-service, teach a class. As long as what you're presenting meets NCCAP standards, and you can claim double the actual presentation time to account for preparation. So for example, if you presented a 2-hour workshop at an activity conference, the first time presented session will earn you double. That's 4 hours of CEs. And you can claim up to 20% of your total CEs required by doing these types of presentations. Just keep in mind that if you end up presenting a workplace in service, it must be a minimum of 30 minutes. Another way to get free CEs is to check out your local Alzheimer's Association. Lots of times they present educational sessions in the community, and they're not the only organizations that do these types of things. So just keep your eyes peeled. Also check out your local library. Gone are the days when you went there just to borrow a book. There are so many educational offerings nowadays. Just need to take advantage. Now, having said all that, I got to tell you what does not meet the NCCAP standards for a CE. And that would be things like entertainment, going to a concert, watching a movie, reading a good book, or maybe you went to a business meeting or did a self-taught course or some home study that's not approved by NCCAP. These are things that do not count. And of course, you most definitely cannot count activity experience as continuing education. Your job is your work. It's what you do for a living. So, how do I document my continuing education? You have to have proof. You need a copy of your certificate of attendance, and just remember, keep the original. And this is what you're looking for in the certificate. You're looking for the name of the attendee, which is you, the title of the educational session, the date of the session, and keep in mind that if it's any session or workshop that's over 8 hours, you need to include a time outline verifying the number of hours attended, clock hours spent in the session, the instructor's name and credentials, the signature of the instructor or the sponsor, and the sponsoring agency. What if I didn't get the certificate? Well, if you don't have a certificate at all because you took the course at a college or university, then include the title of the course, the syllabus or the course description, and a copy of the college transcript which has the course on it. What about a speech that I gave or a workshop or course that I presented? Well, you need to send proof that the presentation did occur. It can be verification on letterhead signed by the sponsor or a copy of the participant sign-in sheet. And for facility and services, a copy of the sample certificate of attendance or verification on facility letterhead with the in-service director's signature and the sign-in sheet. And by the way, handwritten certificates will not be accepted. And of course, should you have any issues or questions, please feel free to email us at info@ncap.org. Or if you have any questions for our credentialing specialists, email credentialingspecialists@ncap.org. And the link to our NCCAP standards and body of knowledge are down below. Also, check out the other tutorial videos. Hope this helps out, and I want to thank you for watching.